an extra blanket. I mean, if you're comfortable laying like this, you can do that. I'm a little more comfortable with, a blanket under my head. So I'm just gonna double up. Excuse me just a second. Let me send the link to someone. You're gonna lay down on your side. Either side is fine. And you just need to be able to see your screen. Blanket under your head for support. Bend your knees. And then your top arm is gonna just rest right there. I have like a cartoon arm right now. So that elbow, it may not be all the way up on your side. It may be kind of next to the front part of your waist there. Right? And the arm is just going to move. You're not gonna move your arm, you're gonna move your shoulder. Right? So we're gonna start with moving the shoulder to the ear. Right? So as you do that, move it comfortably up towards your ear until you feel a nice comfortable contraction. You're gonna feel it up here at the top of the shoulder. And you're gonna hold that. And then with an exhalation, you're gonna let those muscles release. Now your arm may not come all the way back to its starting point. Don't worry about it. Just let these muscles relax. Then take a nice deep breath in. And on your exhalation, you're gonna move that shoulder down towards your waist. So the contraction you're gonna feel is more on your side. You'll feel a stretch here. And then long, slow exhalation, again, letting those muscles release. Arm may not feel like it comes completely back to its starting point. Don't worry about that, just breathe. And then again, deep breath in. On your exhalation, contract those muscles, bring the shoulder up towards the ear. And then release those muscles slowly, returning the shoulder to its starting point. Right, again, nice deep breath in. And then you'll move that shoulder down, feeling some contraction in your sides, stretch in the sides of the neck. And then slowly relax. Let that shoulder release. All right, and then take your arm and just rest it on your side. And we're gonna do a forward and a backwards with the shoulder. All right, so the arm may roll around up here, that's fine. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhalation, let that shoulder just roll forward. You'll feel some contraction here in the front of the shoulder, stretch on the back of the shoulder. Hold that contraction. With a long, slow exhalation, let it be the muscles relaxing. Right, again, the arm may not get back exactly where it started. Just let those muscles relax. We're training these muscles to relax and let go. Deep breath in. And now you're gonna roll the arm bone back so you feel the work is along the shoulder blade. Some stretch here in the front. Take a deep breath. On an exhalation, relax that back of the shoulder. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale and really roll that shoulder forward so you feel a nice stretch across the back of the shoulder, contraction in the front. I feel it in your neck, up. And then exhalation, relax those muscles, let the arm come back. Okay, and then again with an exhalation, roll the arm bone back. Feel that shoulder blade, traction around the shoulder blade. Breathe. And then with an exhalation, release. Okay, so we'll keep the arm here on the side. We're gonna make a couple of circles. We'll go forward first 2 times and then backwards 2 times. So there's gonna be kind of a constant contraction, but it's gonna change where it is based on where your shoulder is. Right, so and you're just gonna breathe the whole time. So just normal breath. Right, bring your shoulder up towards your ear. Roll your arm bone forward. Take your shoulder down towards your waist and back, and then back up. And one more time, forward, down, back, and up. Let those muscles release. Right, and then backwards with the circle. So shoulder up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up and hold. And then let the muscles release. Drop your hands back down onto the floor. If this is more comfortable, if you can relax better there, do so. You can relax that hand from the floor. That's better. Be there. Okay, now you got a big pillow behind you, but we won't be here very long. Roll over onto your back. Just let both shoulders, both arms rest onto the floor for a moment. Notice the any different sensation in the side that you just did versus the side that was on the floor. And then it's fine with me if you want to just turn over. I'm going to spin around so you can still see me. If you want to turn your back to me, that's fine with me. All right, so laying down. You have the blanket under your head or your arm under your head, and you're just going to rest your fingers, your palm, whatever, down the floor. So the arm rests against you. All right, and we're starting with nice deep inhalation. On the exhalation, you're moving your shoulder towards your ear. A lot of contraction on the top of the shoulder. Breathe. And then on the exhalation, you just let that relax. Don't worry if the arm doesn't quite get back to its starting point. Just relax the muscles. And then on an exhalation, pull that shoulder towards your hip. Traction will be in the side, stretch will be in the neck. Hold that. And on an exhalation, just relax the muscles. Nice deep inhalation. And on that exhalation, pulling that shoulder up towards your ear. Holding that contraction. And really think about those muscles that you feel contracted right now. On your exhalation, just let them release. Even if the shoulder doesn't move all the way down, just relax those muscles. Right, and then again on an exhalation, moving that shoulder towards the waist. Feeling some muscles here along the side contracting. Big stretch through the neck. With your exhalation, again, letting those contracted muscles just release. Take a breath or two here. Take your arm up onto your side. So the arm may flop around, that's fine. You're driving from the shoulder. All right, big deep breath in. And then on the exhalation, you're rolling that shoulder forward as much as feels comfortable to you. Big contraction in the front of the shoulder, big stretch at the shoulder blade. And then with an exhalation, just let that contraction release. Shoulder back. So this one at the shoulder blade area. See if you can almost make a cramp in your back. And then exhalation, really let those muscles release. Traction in the front of the shoulder. Stretch across the back. Exhale and release. And back. Like that. Shoulder blade move down towards the floor. Exhale and release. Just enjoy that relaxed state for a moment. And we'll make the circles. Right, so shoulder moves up towards the ear. Forward. Down. And then back. To the ear. Forward. Down. Then back and hold it up near the ear. And slowly release. And then a couple of circles backwards. So up towards the ear, backwards, down to the hip, forward, up to the ear, back, down, forward. One more time, up to the ear, and then with an exhalation like that, shoulder release. Okay, and then roll over onto your back. We're gonna finish on the back. I'm flipping around just so you can see my good hand, not my cartoon hand. Need to flip around, you can just be on your back there. If you would like, and I recommend lowering the height under your blanket or lowering the height under your head. Because that's gonna be uncomfortable with that much height under your head. We'll stay with bent knees. All right, now this is actually very similar to the forward and backwards. We're just doing it in a different orientation and we're doing both shoulders at the same time. Right? So you're going to rest on your back knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor, and turn your palms towards the ceiling as if you were in Shavasana. You're going to start to turn your hands, turn your palms down towards the floor. Just go ahead and turn your palms down towards the floor. Now you're going to drive from the shoulders. You're going to roll both of your shoulders strongly up towards the ceiling. And you'll see that my hands start to lift up. The backs of my hands are towards my legs. My palms are facing out. Right, so you're gonna feel the upper back rounding, you may feel your chin lifting. Hold that contraction in the chest. And then slowly let those shoulders return back to the floor. You'll let the arms rest with the palms facing the floor. Take a breath in that nice, relaxed state. Rolling the shoulders together up towards the ceiling. The arms will have to turn some. So they'll rolling your arm bones in. Upper back, you'll feel it pressed into the floor. You may feel that your chin has to lift. And then on an exhalation, slowly letting those chest muscles release. Slowly letting those arm bones come back down to the floor. And when they're done moving, just take a couple of breaths. Relax. That's one. Arms will roll in, shoulders rolling up towards the ceiling. Go to a comfortable contracted position. Hold that contraction. And then with a long, slow exhalation, you're slowly letting those arm bones come back down to the floor. And then once they've come all the way down, rest. The muscles relax. Now we're gonna roll the arm bones out. So it's like you're trying to get into a shoulder stand, but you're not gonna lift your hips. All right, so this time start with the palms facing the ceiling. You might have to bring the arms a little closer in towards you. All right, so now those upper arm bones are gonna roll down towards the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And you'll feel this becomes shoulder stand like with the upper arm bones pressed into the floor. Now your neck is up, your upper spine is lifting off the floor. It's just the arm bones and maybe some shoulders that are on the floor. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then slowly letting that upper back come down. Your arms turn as they need to relax. Relax in that neutral position. Good. Arms might have to move a little closer to you as you roll those arm bones out. Shoulder blades moving in. There'll be a strong lift of the chest, a strong lift of the upper back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Hold that contraction. Then with a long, slow exhalation, slowly let the arms release. Your upper back sinks to the floor. Move your arm bones a little bit to pull those shoulder blades apart. And relax. All right, one more time, roll your arm bones out. Lift that upper back, lift that chest, do that arch in the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Less of a pressing the arms and more of a squeezing in the shoulder blades. Breathe. And then with a long, slow exhalation, let the back lower to the floor. Just the arms so you can completely let go in the back, neck, and relax. Turn your palms so they're facing your sides, and you can have your arms at any comfortable distance from your sides, Shavasana like. And then you're going to slowly lift your hands up. All right, let me show. Your forearms are going to lift up to about a 45-degree angle, and you're just going to pause there. So this is a very, for most of us, probably pretty mild contraction. You may not even really notice it. And now to a count of 8, you're going to lower the hands down and let them completely relax when they touch the floor. All right, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you touch down, let the arms release. So you see when you get back to the relaxed state, there was more contraction than it felt like. Okay, so then a slow lift of the arms. Okay, now your palms are facing your sides, so your thumbs are up towards the ceiling. Right, so you're just gonna lift your fingers, right? Like you're trying to pull your thumb, so it's pointing over your head, and your fingers are pointing towards the ceiling. Okay, so I think that's radial deviation. You're just gonna kind of contract the wrist there, hold that. And then you're gonna slowly take the hand and try to point the fingers down towards the floor. Believe that's all nerve deviation. Okay, so you're feeling a contraction on this outside part of the wrist, stretch on the inside. Once more, a slow transition to bringing the fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. The contraction now is more on the thumb side of that wrist, stretches on that outer wrist. Right, and then a slow transition back down, fingers pointing down. And then a slow, just relaxing the muscles, so the hands are just back to a parallel to the floor. And then on a count of 8, lowering the forearms back down. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the arms completely release. This time we'll work flexion and extension in the wrist. So again, slowly raising up those arms to about a 45-degree angle. Right, and now you're going to take your fingers like you're trying to bend the wrist and touch your hip. Right, so it's a flexion of the wrist, right? Flexion of the wrist. Hold that flexion of the wrist. Traction is on that inner part of the wrist. Right, and then a slow transition. So you're letting those muscles release. And then at some point, the muscles on the back of your wrist, your forearms, start to take control and you're going into extension. So now you're trying to point the fingers away from you, palms facing down towards your feet. Right, and then to let the hand come back to neutral, think of relaxing the muscles that were contracted. And then start contracting the inner part of the forearm, inner part of the wrist, and point those fingers one more time toward your hips. Slowly let those muscles release. And then let the extensor muscles take over. Now you're pulling that fingers out to the side, palm facing your feet. And then slowly relaxing those muscles. And then on a count of 8, lowering the arms back to the floor. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the arms touch. Completely let them relax. Let them roll to any comfortable position. You can straighten your legs or you can stay with bent legs. That's up to you. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Slowly coming out of your shavasana, bend your arms, let them rest on your torso. Bend your knees. Soles on the feet on the ground. Slowly roll to your side. When you're ready, take all the time that you need. Very calming, sitting up is kind of rattling. Sit up and keep your head low, your eyes closed. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to class and continuing your practice. Slowly raise your hand. Slowly open your eyes. Lovely afternoon.